Lord Thanos, your effort to gather those shiny little space rocks looks honestly embarrassing for someone who calls himself a great conqueror. A real boss takes over by using their simple, terrifying power. The kind that makes planets pop like balloons with a quick move, not by running around collecting beads for a glove over many years to get a single, temporary win.
Frieza, my job, fixing the universe's huge population problem, needs total control, which your loud, simple smashing can never secure forever. Your way just makes more small fights. My way gives the universe a quiet, permanent rest from itself through one necessary, harsh, final decision.
Look at that big green dope, Hulk. He's strong enough to crack worlds, but anyone can trick him. I prefer beating people down with so much personal horror it keeps them quiet, which is much smarter and faster than your cold, random calculations about who gets to live.
Beating people down is a job you have to do every single day, Frieza. It's tiring and always leads to people fighting back eventually. A true genius must make a fix that lasts forever, a change so deep no one needs to be scared anymore, because the whole problem is just gone. Those space police, the Green Lanterns, spend all their time putting tape over a broken pipe instead of fixing the main flow of the universe's flaws.
Your plan to kill half of everyone feels so basic and messy. Why kill them all when you can just make them all totally weak and follow your orders forever through simple mind tricks or biology? My whole empire ran smoothly because everyone knew I was the scariest person around, not because of some weird, complicated number game.
Fear is like a fire, Frieza. It burns out and leaves behind the ash of hate, which makes people rebel when you least expect it. That fool Darkseid is trying to steal everyone's mind just to stop them from thinking, which is too much work. My snap gives the universe genuine relief from running out of everything, creating a true, perfect balance everywhere, without having to watch them all the time.
That is a very nasty, silly way to describe the biggest killing spree in history. You hide simple, wide-scale murder behind big, long words and try to sound like a saint. Your method lacks the pure, sweet joy of looking someone in the eye and knowing that you are the source of the absolute, bone, deep panic they feel right before they die in a satisfying explosion of light.
Joy is a small, stupid feeling, a weakness that makes rulers blind and clumsy, making them miss the big picture. I am building a history, a change to the rules of all reality that everyone will talk about for millions of years. Your history, sir, is just a small footnote. The loud emperor who got totally smashed and came back as a broken robot after being beaten by a screaming, yellow-haired space thug.
Yes, the science. Getting rid of them was a sad but needed thing to do for my empire, getting rid of a big, wild headache they caused. But you seem totally focused on one small woman from Earth, your daughter Gamora, giving her so much attention. Why waste so much planning and feeling on such a small, personal matter when you say you only care about the big picture of the universe's long-term health?
That is the thinking of someone who only sees muscle and explosions. A close bond with someone can be the biggest lever when you fight clever enemies. It's a way to hit them where their armor is weakest. While you just want to blow up anything in your way, my plan is to find the perfect weak spot, no matter how small it looks, to control the whole system like a master mechanic controlling a complex machine.
The only weak spot I ever require is a good target for my death beam. I do not need long talks or tears to get the job done quickly. Your constant need for big plans and helpers, like your Black Order crew, just shows you don't really trust your own super strength to handle every problem. Why have an army of goons when your best form is supposedly capable of taking out all creation by itself?
Counting only on your own big muscles, like you do, is what a simple-minded fighter does. A fighter who ignores the value of good planning and having smart people do the dirty work. The Infinity Stones took careful searching and knowing the right places to look. You can't get them by just screaming and showing off your muscles, which seems to be your only move in a tough situation.
You are totally dependent on those fragile, glowing stones for your final authority. If a powerful magic user like Dr. Fate or someone similar were to merely turn off the gauntlet's power, you would be just a common purple street thug with a big chin.
Reducing me to a thug simply ignores the fact that my clever mind and natural strength remain better, even without the stones, letting me find new ways to win fast. Your whole species, the Frieza Force, relies on crude energy blasts and simple body changes, completely missing the vast, untapped power of mind control and jumping through space. You fight like a magnificent animal, not a smart, thoughtful king.
An animal capable of destroying galaxies is perfectly fine for my needs, and I find the Thoughtful King title rather boring and full of itself. Your biggest mistake was trusting that your first snap was enough. You truly believed that simply reducing the numbers would end the matter, showing a massive underestimation of life's desire to fix itself and its immediate, desperate need to bring back everyone you got rid of.
My initial action was a necessary surgery, not a final cure. It was precisely designed to prove my main idea about the universe's broken design. Your criticism ignores the fact that I later planned to wipe out the whole universe and start over, a feat that shows a much greater understanding of total destruction than anything you have achieved in your small, local fights over a few planets.
Your talk of making things better is a joke. Look at that tiny planet Earth. Even with your snap gone, they still have terrible problems like hunger and war. You didn't fix anything important. True universal change should also fix small issues like that, showing that your global plan was a local failure, and you missed the whole point of ruling.
My plan was about resources, not morality. That small planet Earth is still fighting because they cling to their outdated ways, refusing to accept the necessary sacrifice for long-term health. Consider the Borg from the Delta Quadrant. They achieve their own terrible form of peace through total unity and loss of self, showing that true order often requires the removal of individual choice, which they accepted for survival.
That sounds awfully boring. A universe without free will is like a dish without spice, bland and tasteless. I prefer my subjects to have just enough hope to make their despair more delicious. Your focus on total control is likely why you fear magic. Thanos, a powerful wizard like Doctor Strange, could simply rewrite your history with a simple spell, proving your reliance on physical tools is a weakness.
Magic is unpredictable and often temporary. It is a cheap, fast tool, not a foundation for eternal change. My focus is on the laws of physics and reality itself. Unlike you, who runs away to train when defeated, I accept the consequences of my actions. My death was a definitive end to a chapter, sealing my victory and ensuring my philosophy lives on through the universe's new, required state of quiet poverty.
Your quiet poverty looks very vulnerable. Your lack of a permanent, unified military like my Frieza force is a joke. You rely on fear and memory. What happens when new people are born who simply don't remember you or your snap? You will have to fight that weakling Captain Kirk's whole United Federation of Planets, and they would beat your small band of misfits without the gauntlet?
The Federation's silly rules and moral hang-ups would be their undoing. They rely on talking when a punch is clearly needed. My control is based on the new, reduced numbers of the universe, which forces self-regulation. Your approach is old-fashioned. You are still trying to be the strongest physical fighter, while I am already the greatest thinker and architect the cosmos has ever seen.
You lost all your power and went to live on a farm! A real conqueror never retires! Your choice to step down showed every small group of rebels that you were tired and weak. My ultimate goal is endless fighting and endless power, which keeps me sharp and keeps my enemies terrified. Why would anyone want a universe where there is nothing left to crush?
Because the goal is greater than the individual, Frieza. You seek fun, I seek salvation. Your life is about loud, short-term pleasure. Mine is about long-term, quiet health for all of reality. You want to be the emperor of the galaxy. I want to be the reason reality itself continues to exist, even if I have to make the hardest, most hated decision in history to make it happen.